The Northeast Detachment Marine Corp League held a flag-raising reenactment of Iwo Jima this afternoon in Scranton. Eyewitness News reporter Logan Westrope was there and has more about the 75th year anniversary.
Dozens gathered Sunday as the 9/11 Memorial Committee of Lackawanna County hosted a 75th anniversary ceremony of the Battle of Iwo Jima. Charlie Spano, the chairman of the committee, says having 3 surviving veterans attend is something quite remarkable.
We have 3 surviving Iwo Jima veterans who are with us today. Don't know if any place else has that, but we're very honored with their presence. And it's not just for Scranton, it is for the whole country. They fought for our freedom, and we want to see it preserved.
The Battle of Iwo Jima is famous for its historic picture of 6 United States Marines raising the U.S. flag on Mount Suribachi. 75 years later, they honored that unforgettable day with a reenactment of the flag raising closer to home in Scranton.
People not knowing much about what the Marine Corps is about, and I really think that people get a general appreciation for us here at the detachment within the community.
I spoke to Tony Julian, one of the surviving veterans who remembers the moments of Iwo Jima.
I lost so many good friends there that died in my hands, and there was nothing you could, right in my arms, there's nothing I could do for them.
It's an honor to veterans who served that will never be forgotten.
All the people, the men and women we lost, so we could be here today.
In Scranton, Logan Westrope, Eyewitness News.
And after today's event, Spano tells Eyewitness News that Scranton Unico will place flags on veterans' graves for Memorial Day.
The Pulitzer Prize-winning photo taken 75 years ago today at Iwo Jima brought families and veterans from northeastern Pennsylvania together to commemorate the historic event. Fox 56's Melanie Zayas was there for a flag-raising reenactment ceremony in Scranton.
75 years ago today, U.S. Marines raised the American flag over Iwo Jima. Today here in Scranton, 3 survivors from that pivotal time in history joined us for the annual flag-raising ceremony.
There wouldn't be a United States of America if there wasn't a Mount Suribachi. There just wouldn't be. I mean, we should thank our veterans all the time.
It was all about honoring one of World War II's bloodiest battles in history and keeping traditions alive on the grounds of the Marine Corp League detachment in Scranton. A reenactment of the flag raising, a firing salute, and taps were all performed to honor the 70,000 Marines who battled and 25,000 casualties who risked their lives defending American soil.
Without that happening, I tell you, a lot of the freedoms we enjoy today we wouldn't have. So it's very, very grateful to all our military and to the people who held down the home front.
Absolutely thrilling that we can honor people today who were actually there 75 years ago in that horrible battle for the island of Iwo Jima.
The Marine Corp League collected pieces of history, including statues, local newspapers from this day in history, as well as a diorama of the iconic flag-raising moments. Even the sand inside of it came from Iwo Jima.
It was built by a fellow by the name of Jerry Moss. He was a member of this detachment years ago. Unfortunately, he's passed away. But actually, that sand and everything that's in that diorama is actually from Iwo Jima.
For this survivor, the flag-raising event sparked poignant memories from that battle.
The first wave, my sergeant was sitting right alongside of me and he got killed. Not many guys served the first couple of waves. I'm one of the lucky ones.
While others were left speechless.
I don't know what to say. I was so thrilled for this affair. I hope I'm here next year again.
Reporting in Scranton, Lackawanna County, Melanie Zayas, Fox 56 News, first at 10.
And if you're wondering who is the person behind the camera who captured that photo, it was Associated Press photographer Joe Rosenthal, making it an unofficial symbol of the Marine Corps in the World War II in the Pacific.
Today marks 75 years since 5 U.S. Marines and a Navy corpsman raised a flag atop a mountain in Japan. The famous flag raising during the Battle of Iwo Jima was recreated in Scranton this afternoon as 3 Iwo Jima Marine veterans watched, and as Newswatch 16's Britt Purdy shows us, the men were honored to be a part of it.
Their bodies floating around, tanks blowing up.
75 years ago, these 3 Pennsylvania veterans were fighting in World War II at the Battle of Iwo Jima. 6,800 U.S. Marines lost their lives in the battle, leaving survivors with painful memories.
We lost my brother Tommy. He was with me, but he was in the 5th Division. I was in the 3rd Division. So, Iwo Jima, the O'Donnells, his family.
I remember hitting the beach in the first wave with my sergeant, and he told me to run for cover. And as I was running for cover, he got killed right alongside of me.
4th and 5th Division were bogged down by the Japs up on Mount Suribachi shooting them. I was right there through the island was secure.
5 days into the battle, an Associated Press photographer captured that famous photo. It showed 5 Marines and a Navy corpsman raising the U.S. flag atop Mount Suribachi.
I have one of the original photos of that with Rosenthal's name on it.
A flag was raised in Scranton to symbolize the one erected on Mount Suribachi. 6 Marines from the Wyoming Marine Corps Reserve Unit Detachment performed the reenactment. The flag was bearing only 48 stars. It was the authorized American flag from the year 1945.
This was one of the finest celebrations I've ever been at. Very good.
Tony, Ed, and Benny all tell me the reenactment was even better because they were able to witness it alongside their Marine brothers who also served at Iwo Jima.
I do not have the proper words to express the gratitude and the feeling that I had here today.
The ceremony was held by the 9/11 Memorial Committee of Lackawanna County at the Marine Corps Detachment Building in Scranton. This was the first time they performed a reenactment, but they do observe the anniversary of Iwo Jima annually. Britt Purdy, Newswatch 16, Scranton.
Tell me a little bit about what's going on today and why you're here.
Well, I come up here all the time for the chicken barbecues and everything. And they called me up that we're having this affair, the 75th anniversary of Iwo Jima, right? I was a Navy corpsman attached to a rifle platoon. And I landed on all the 4 invasions with the 4th Marine Division. But this one was the worst. It was a massacre. I landed on the first wave, and we rendezvoused for about 2 hours before we got in position. And you've seen the power that we're getting hit with battleships and air power. Nobody can stay alive on this here. So when we hit the first wave, I saw somebody running for about how many yards, I don't know. He must be going back into his pillbox or something. And I said to my sergeant, "Hey, I thought we were on the first wave here." He said, "We are. Them are Japs." He said, "Go for cover." As soon as he said that, he got killed. He got right away. Shrapnel hit him.
So you still remember all these,
yeah,
everything?
Okay.
Now, it's 75 years. What does that mean to you? Like, is that crazy to think about that it's been 75 years?
You know, it's hard to think about it because I lost so many good friends there that died in my hands, and there was nothing you could, right in my arms, there's nothing I could do for them.
Now tell me, how old are you?
How old was I then? 20.
And how old are you now? You're 97?
97, I'm pushing 98.
What's the secret?
Good day, go red.
That's funny. All right, so why is this event so important to Scranton itself?
Pardon?
So why is this event so important to Scranton itself?
How was it what?
Important to Scranton.
Why is it important to Scranton?
Yep.
The way things are happening in Scranton, I feel like moving out of town. I feel sorry for the new mayor.
My goodness, it's crazy, isn't it? Actually, let me adjust this 1 second. All right, so to see everybody out here, and the public and everything, what's that mean for you to celebrate for this anniversary?
It's very heartening. And honest to God, it brings back a lot of sad memories. Before I tell you any more, when we're in the first wave there, we had established the beachhead, and there was an airstrip And we got as far as the airstrip, and we dug in the volcanic ash for the night. The next morning we started advancing, and one of the Marines went out there and he got hit, and he's calling for a corpsman. And there's so much stuff flying around. They told me, don't go out there, you're going to get hit. I couldn't wait. I went out to try to help him. I tried to help him, but he was dead. I got shot then. And they took me off the island right away.
You got shot?
Yeah, I got wounded trying to take care of him, but he was dead. I was lucky I didn't get shot so many times.
Yeah, I mean, in that situation, you know, you're in
we were
danger.
we were targets for the Japs.
Wow.
You know, they're waiting for somebody to call for a corpsman. As soon as you get out there, they go firing at you. Yeah.
Wow. I think that's all I need. It was so nice to meet you. Okay. I'm going to make sure, I think he's working later. I'll make sure I tell him I said hi.
I was on the Blue Ridge for the evacuation, 75. Where are you at?
to go up with him up the mountain. Corporal Black was the second of 3 Marines killed on Iwo Jima after raising the flag.
All the tall guys in the back. All the short guys in the back. All the guys in the front. Joe and I got to jump in there. Joe, you got to belly to belly, a little closer. Joe, come over more. Over that way. For 7. Me? Yeah, that's good. That's perfect. Everybody stay right where they're at.